biggest thing noteworthy that's happened over the last few days as far as actual wrestling television. We had Roman Reigns turning on Paul Heyman, firing Paul Heyman of sorts. Now, too cold, man. A lot of people was like, you know what, rest in peace to the end of an era. Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns had a hell of a run. Paul Heyman's back with Brock. I was saying how much I liked Brock Lesnar without Paul Heyman, kind of doing this solo thing. But somebody on the internet, man, the great internet, you can always rely on them, fact or fiction. You can rely on them for some pretty interesting takes. And somebody said this: what if this is all a ploy? What if this is an inside job with Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman to make the Beast Incarnate think that Paul Heyman is on his side, and they end up pulling the double swerve on Brock Lesnar, and Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman are still a thing? Now, too cold. I don't see that being too far-fetched. What do you give to that thought, or do you think, man, it's official? Do you think Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman are indeed back together for real?
Honestly, could it happen? Yeah, but it would be pointless. What was ever the point? I mean, you can't tell me that was always the end goal. You already had the match, you won. So he got another match. So you're gonna pretend that Paul Heyman is? It really, to me, it holds no weight. Because it serves no purpose. If anything, the thought that, one, we all know that Paul Heyman is still the advocate for Brock Lesnar. He hasn't stopped. He hasn't admitted to stop being the advocate for Brock Lesnar. So that's the whole thing. And Roman Reigns wants him to stop. Now, the point is he ain't, because he gonna still get his money. And Brock is just using that as an advantage. So, it is a swerve. No, I don't see it as a swerve, because did he really come out to say, Paul, yes or no? Because to be honest, he probably would have did it to Paul. Now, is it a swerve to screw Roman Reigns? Yeah, you could say that, but he fired him, so maybe that won't be an issue. Maybe it will. But I mean, I mean, it's a great theory that it could happen. That's what they could be going with. But to me, it would be kind of pointless. If Paul Heyman knew Brock Lesnar was going to come back to fight, why are you now deciding you want to screw over Brock? You could have just but let people think what they think.